Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Got a free game for you guys today, a free game available right now on Steam, and it's one of the best free game offerings in a very long time. A great multiplayer first-person shooter, a game that I've talked quite extensively about on this channel, but now you can get it absolutely free. Bethesda's Pete Hines spoke on why Fallout 76 won't be available on Steam, so I want to take a look at what he said because that was a topic that I talked about a couple days ago, and you guys know how I feel about that. Want to take a look at a couple of good deals on a GTX 1080 as well that are available right now. Like I said, whenever I see 1080s around $400, I gotta give them a shout, and that's a great deal, and that's what you're getting right now. And I want to round out this video by taking a look at some pretty notable game releases. Both of the games that I'll be talking about are releasing tomorrow, and both look really damn good, so I want to give those a shout as well. More on that at the end of this video. First, let's talk about the free game available right now on Steam, and that is Insurgency. Yes, the multiplayer tactical first-person shooter is available right now, and it will be available for you to keep for the next 48 hours, so this isn't a free weekend. You add this game to your library and you can keep it forever. It's a great multiplayer first-person shooter, and bear in mind that it's not like this game is super expensive. During a Steam sale, I've seen this game as low as $1.49, but hey, some of you guys don't even want to pay that. Maybe some of you guys don't even have your PC yet and you just didn't want to buy the game. Well, now you can add it to your Steam library, and when you do get a good PC, you can play this game. And when I say a good PC, this game is not hard to run at all, so even on a lower end machine, you'll be able to run this game no problem. Even on a decent laptop, you'll have no problem running this game. Just to go over the requirements: an Intel Core 2 Duo E6600 is minimum, as is an AMD Phenom X3 8750, 4GB of RAM, and then a video card that's 512 megabytes. Recommended is 8GB of RAM and a 2GB GPU. Insurgency is a very good multiplayer game. Right now, there is 87,000 people online. I'm sure a lot of people are taking advantage of the free copy. You should too, and jump in on the action. Of course, Insurgency Sandstorm is on the way, so that is something to be looking forward to as well. But for now, you can check out the first game absolutely free. Again, a great game. Add it to your library. It has full controller support if you want to play it that way. I would not recommend that, but hey, the option is there. And I would also recommend you to get all your friends on it because it's absolutely free, and whenever there's a free multiplayer game, that's really easy to convince other people to check it out, and then you can experience the game the optimal way possible with a squad of friends. So check it out. Available right now on Steam for the next 48 hours. Moving on from that, let's talk a little bit about Fallout 76. Pete Hines talked about why the game isn't going to be on Steam during a Q&A at QuakeCon. And here's what he said. We've done online games before, we've done games as service, and with Fallout 76, it was just really important to us to have that direct relationship with the customer that didn't involve somebody else. If there's a problem, if there's an issue, it's on us. There's no guessing. There's no, oh, well, somebody else updated something and now our thing doesn't work and we have to wait to fix it. It's our game, it's our problem, and we can talk to you directly. We want to make sure on PC that we are providing the best level possible. I'm positive we won't get it all right, but I'm also positive that we know that we're the ones who will have to fix it and do whatever we have to and not be influenced by anybody else. Based on that last quote, that's crazy that we've come to a point where Bethesda's just throwing it in the towel and they're like, alright, we're not gonna get everything right, but what we do mess up, we're gonna fix it. And yeah, that's just kind of the case with Bethesda games. It would be foolish of them to say otherwise if they are gonna say this is gonna be an absolutely perfect experience, because let's be real, it's a Bethesda open world game. They're adding multiplayer. It's on their own service. This has potential to be a train wreck waiting to happen. I'm not saying it's gonna be a train wreck, but I definitely think the potential is there for it to be a train wreck. Again, I've made my opinion very clear on what I think about Fallout 76 not being on Steam. I uploaded a video dedicated to that, so if you want to check it out, go ahead. But just to give you guys a quick refresher, I personally like to have all my games on one platform. I like to buy all my games on one platform, and I like to launch all my games from one platform, and that's why I like Steam so much. It lets me do that, and the more segmentation there is with these games, I just think that hurts the visibility of these games. I don't think Origin is helping out a game like A Way Out at all. A Way Out has done well commercially, but I think A Way Out would have done even better if it was on Steam. Now, people will go to Origin to play games like Battlefield because Battlefield is that big, and I'm sure people will jump over to Bethesda's service. But again, I don't see any way where being on this Bethesda client is going to help the game's visibility at all. It surely is going to help Bethesda's bank account, I get that fact, but as far as the visibility of the game and for the consumer, I don't see any positives of this whatsoever. Still, Fallout 76 will be coming on November 14th. There will be a beta before release, and that beta will pretty much entail the full game, and all your progress from the beta will carry over. Again, I've said it before, I'm not completely sold on Fallout 76 yet. And that's kind of sad because Bethesda open world games are one of those games that, just like those Rockstar games, that it seems like it's very easy for the entire gaming world to be captivated by those games. But I've noticed with Fallout 76, the entire gaming world isn't captivated by it. Hopefully when the beta releases, we'll get a better idea of what the game will entail, however. Moving on from that, I want to take a look at a couple of good deals on an EVGA GeForce GTX 1080. There's one available on EVGA's official eBay site for $400 flat, free shipping. I have to say that's a pretty good deal. I don't believe eBay does charge tax, so getting a $400 flat is quite good, and you get Destiny 2 free with this. I believe you get Destiny 2 as well as the 2 expansions, so that's a nice freebie as well. I know not everybody loves Destiny 2, but hey, it's absolutely free. It's a game for you to mess around with, and I actually have a couple of friends that really enjoyed that game, and the PC version is quite good, so have a look at that. There is a 1080 available on Amazon as well for $430. You can have a look at that as well, and I do have to mention the ASRock Phantom Gaming X RX 580. That's still available on Newegg for $240. $20 mail-in rebate will knock it down to $220. And then if you do take advantage of Master Pass, that'll take off another $25, and you could get this for as low as $195. You get that free game bundle that includes Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Strange Brigade, and Starlight Origin. So that is an insane deal. Just wanted to mention that again. Mentioned it before, but that deal is ridiculous and deserves to be mentioned again. That sale will end in 3 days, so I recommend you to take advantage of that as soon as possible. So good deals all around there. Hopefully the new NVIDIA GPUs are announced soon, and then we can see prices continue to go lower, but right now is not a bad time to pick up a GPU, especially if you're building like a $600-700 rig. You can probably fit in that RX 580 into that build, and an RX 580 is a very capable GPU for 1080p gaming, even if you want to do some 1440p, very good stuff. And then for you guys looking for higher end rigs, fitting in a 1080 is rather easy, and even a $1,000 build right now. So I would say GPU price is pretty great all around, comparatively speaking to where we were 16 months ago. And lastly, I do want to give a mention to two pretty notable PC games that are releasing tomorrow. First up, we have Phantom Doctrine. A lot of people are comparing Phantom Doctrine to XCOM in the Cold War, and when I say that, you are probably instantly pretty interested in this game. The game is set in the year 1983. The world teeters on the verge of destruction as the Cold War is tightening its icy grip. East or West, you can't trust anyone, and you have to question everything. The fate of humanity rests in your hands as you pit spy versus spy in a tactical game known as Phantom Doctrine. The game itself touts a deep single-player story campaign with over 40 hours of content featuring a rich, gripping plot woven with numerous historical events and characters to bring the terrifying reality of the Cold War to life from a unique perspective. This is all directly off the Steam page, but this looks to be a very interesting game. I'm a big fan of XCOM. I'm not even all too into strategy games, but XCOM is a game that I enjoyed so much. I hope to get a similar level of engagement out of Phantom Doctrine, as that game is looking really good, although it will be a little bit harder to run if you want to max it out. Honestly, it's not even that bad. Minimum is pretty easy. Intel Core i3 2100, AMD Phenom 2 X4, 6GB of RAM, and then a GTX 550 Ti or a Radeon HD 5770. Recommended is a little bit higher end, i5 4670K, FX 8320, 16GB of RAM recommended. That's kind of crazy. You go from 6GB minimum to 16GB recommended. That's a little insane. And then they are recommending a GTX 960 or an R9 290X. And then I should also mention they are touting 35GB of storage space needed to download the game. Also will have partial controller support, so there you go with that. The other game that's releasing tomorrow is Gambit, a challenging 2D action platformer with deep RPG elements developed in a Souls-like vein. It's very challenging. However, this game has an incredible art style. That pixel look is fantastic. And if you've been checking out the trailers of this game, it really has that epic vibe going on for it. This just looks like a tremendous game. I know everybody is busy with Dead Cells right now, that other 2D Metroidvania style game, but Gambit is another one that looks so good, and it's a game not all too many people are talking about. So I wanted to give it a mention, and it definitely could be a sleeper hit of the year. Again, this is out tomorrow as well, and I will be checking out both those games tomorrow. There are a couple of other pretty big titles releasing tomorrow. The Walking Dead, the final season is beginning. Haven't completely caught up with The Walking Dead, so that's one I'm going to forego for now, but I will definitely check it out in the future. And then there's also a story-driven game called State of Mind releasing tomorrow. That one has some potential as well, so I'm interested to see how that one turns out. But yeah, game releases are finally picking up. It is an exciting time to be a gamer, and tomorrow, Gambit, Phantom Doctrine, a lot of cool stuff there. So that's going to conclude this video, guys. Again, free copy of Insurgency. You can check that out right now, and it's going to be free for 48 hours, yours to keep forever. So give that a look, get some friends to download it, and you can have a great time with that. Fallout 76 won't be on Steam because Bethesda is saying they want a direct relationship with the players. I've made my thoughts about that pretty clear. I'm not not all too happy about it, but hey, it is what it is. Great deals on GTX 1080s right now, and like I said, Phantom Doctrine and Death's Gambit releasing tomorrow. Let me know if you plan on checking either of those games out. Again, that's gonna wrap up this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you got a request for a future video, leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. This video is brought to you by the new Humble Monthly. Get Tales of Berseria, Sniper Elite 4, and Staxel for just $12 along with the rest of the bundle that's gonna unlock on the first Friday of September. Alternatively, if you don't want any of those early unlocks, you can get Rise of the Tomb Raider instead as an early unlock ahead of Shadow of the Tomb Raider's release in September. And once again, if you decide to get Rise of the Tomb Raider, the rest of the bundle will unlock on the first Friday of September. Just $12 for all that content, and on top of that, you get access to the Humble Trove and 10% off everything in the Humble store. Check out the link in the description box below.